favorite snacks that we love to eat, whether it be popcorn, chips, candy, or maybe even sweets. Well, from soft and fluffy to hard and crispy, pretzels have been a favorite American snack for over 300 years. To show you just how delicious, mouth-watering, and important pretzels are, we will look at the history of pretzels, the different types of pretzels, and finally how to make your own pretzels at home. Pretzels have been around for hundreds of years. They were first invented in 610 AD by an Italian monk who would take leftover scraps of bread and form them into shapes that resembled a child crossing their arms in prayer. He would then give these treats, which he called pretola, or little rewards, to children who had memorized their prayers. These treats were then spread across Europe. When they reached Germany, they were renamed the pretzel. Throughout history, pretzels have been known as a good luck symbol and have been used in many different traditions and ceremonies all around the world, such as in Germany on New Year's Day, children wore pretzels around their necks, and in Austria during the 16th century, pretzels were hung on Christmas trees. Pretzels have also been used in wedding ceremonies in Switzerland to symbolize two families being joined together or being tied together like at a knot. And this is actually where the saying tying the knot first came from. Up until the 1700s, pretzels were only found in Europe. It wasn't until the 1700s that pretzels finally went across the Atlantic and reached America, where they were established in Pennsylvania. Today, Pennsylvania remains the seat of American pretzel production and consumption, and is home to many famous pretzel companies such as Auntie Anne's and Sturgis Pretzels. Since pretzels were first invented in 610 AD, they have come a long way. There are now various types of pretzels in all different shapes, sizes, and flavors. Pretzels can be divided into two main categories. You have the soft pretzel and the hard pretzel. Soft pretzels are often filled with different things, such as apples, cheese, pepperoni, and chocolate. They can be made into different shapes as well. Hard pretzels, on the other hand, are often not filled, but flavored with different things, such as honey, onion, garlic, mustard, or barbecue. They can also be coated in chocolate or white bark, used for different recipes, such as for Christmas. Hard pretzels also come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. You have the pretzel logs, the sticks, the ones that look kind of like waffles, and circular pretzels. So as you can see, pretzels come in a lot of different shapes, sizes, and flavors. They can be bought in stores, at malls, and at amusement parks, but they can also be made right at home. In order to make homemade pretzels, you will need 4 cups of flour, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/8 cup of hot water, 1 1/3 cup of warm water, salt, 1 package of yeast, and baking soda. The first step in making pretzels is to preheat your oven to 475 degrees, and in a large bowl you will want to mix the 1/8 cup of hot water and the yeast until the yeast has dissolved. You will then add your brown sugar and the remaining of your water to the mixture and stir until everything is pretty much distributed. You will then start to slowly add your 4 cups of flour, and you will continue stirring until it no longer sticks to the side of the bowl. So once you have made your dough and it's in kind of a lump, you will take it out of the bowl and set it onto a counter that has been lightly coated with flour. You will then need to begin to knead the dough, and to do that, you will need to interlock your fingers, and using like the palms of your hands, you need to push the dough outwards away from your body. And then once it's kind of stretched outwards, you will fold it back over and continue to do that until the dough is smooth and very stretchy. Next, you will take a clump of the dough about the size of a golf ball and roll it out into a long piece of string. You will then take the ends of the string, cross them over, and twist so that it ends up looking somewhat like this. Once you have done that with all of your dough, you will need to, in a frying pan, put water on it and start to boil it on the stove. And for every 1 cup of water that you add, you will need to add 1 tablespoon of baking soda. You will then place your pretzels using a spatula into the frying pan and cook in the water for about 30 seconds. Once they are done, you will need to, on a cookie sheet that you have sprayed with cooking spray and coated with salt, you will place them on there. And then once they are all placed on top, you will add salt to it and put it in the oven, and it will need to cook for about 8 minutes or until golden. And so in the end, they should end up looking like this. And this whole process is kind of long. It takes about 1.5 to 2 hours to make, but it's definitely worth it in the end. So in conclusion, by looking at their history, the types, and how to make them, you can see that pretzels have been a favorite American snack for over 300 years and come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and flavors. So the next time your stomach starts to growl or you're bored at home, just grab a pretzel or even make your own.
All right.